Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Spooky Sunday video. So in today's video we are going to be looking into unexplainable and creepy things people found inside their homes. I love this. If I go on TikTok, I always go down a rabbit hole of people being like, I bought this old home and I found a creepy cupboard and I found this in the creepy cupboard, or the floorboard moved and I found this under the floorboard, and then they tell you all the weird things they found in their old houses. I love it. So I thought this one would be perfect for us today, and hopefully there's some really cool pictures so we can see what they found and not just read what they found. I'm a visual learner, okay? Visualness, it matters to me. As always, the source will be in the description, and let's get straight into it. This says odd things in an attic. Also, I've just searched the article, guys, and there's no pictures. I'm really sad, but hopefully the stories are still good. Anyway, odd things in an attic. My current apartment was left with all sorts of freaky stuff. When I started renting the place, the previous tenant passed after living there for 90 years. I was told by my landlord that upon cleaning out the basement, he came across 3 caskets of Prohibition whiskey. Pretty cool stuff. Once we moved in, my roommate and I continued to explore the place to find other relics of a past era. The main floor was fairly empty. However, when we found our way into the attic, we encountered all sorts of bizarre stuff. The attic itself had no electricity. It is dark, cold, and the walls are messes of remnants of peeled paint and mysterious stains from ages ago. One room consists of a pair of 4-foot-long wire bed frames, an old sewing machine, and what looks like a noose made from pantyhose. In the corner is a dresser with 4 empty drawers and one drawer that clearly has something in it, but the knobs have been removed, and despite our efforts, we have been unable to pry it open. The other room in the attic is a little more on the fun end. Other than a pair of disgusting 1940s couches, there is an old Victrola, newspapers from the 1940s, hilarious, as well as an oddly placed dream catcher hanging from a small 1.5 times 3 foot closet. All in all, there is a lot of bizarre and interesting things left in the house. The most unexplainable, however, showed up a year and a half into my residency. I woke one day only to find, scribbled in red on the wall of my bedroom, the word Mayu. Nobody has been able to explain what it means or where it came from. Pretty weird stuff. I would like to say, to me it seems like there's a lot of interesting stuff in there, and I'm pretty sure that gross 1940s couches are probably really cool. Maybe you'd have to pay to get them professionally cleaned and fixed up and stuff, but I reckon if you did, they would be a statement piece. Obviously I can't say anything until I've seen them, but vintage stuff is cool. Really weird that you found really odd red word scribbling on the wall. Strange, did you not see that before? Did it just appear afterwards? If it did, then it sounds like the house is haunted, especially if someone passed in it as well. I've said this before, I don't think I could buy a house where someone died. It'd be even worse if someone had been murdered there as well. I just personally don't think I could do it. But yeah, creepy. This says, dangerous kit in the crawl space. Shared a house with some friends years ago on the northeast side of our town. We lived there for a while, but had never really spent much time down in the basement. So we got drunk one night and took a peek around. The basement was half finished and had a dirt crawl space that started under the far edge of the basement and extended under the porch. My roommate scurries under there with a flashlight and takes a look around. We hear him yell that he's found something, and a minute or so later he emerges with a black canvas duffel bag clutched in his hand. Excitedly we open the bag and found 2 black ski masks, a 4.5-inch hunting knife with a broken handle, and a single black leather glove. What the fuck? We debated what to do with our find, and eventually we decided to call the police on the non-emergency and ask if any of their detectives were interested in our find. Turned out they weren't, so we burned the bag and the mask and the glove, and I kept the knife. Still have it too. I don't understand why the detectives weren't interested. That is like some next level weird kill kit thing that you hear on the news all the time that serial killers have, and it's under someone's house and they don't want to look at it. Why? Just look at it. What if it's connected to something? I don't understand why you would not want to look at it. Oh, it just makes me so angry sometimes. And now everything's gone because they burnt it. Also, they are brave. Sorry, this is completely going back to the actual story. They are brave crawling in that crawl space. But then again, you know, alcohol. Alcohol gives you liquid courage. That's why it's called liquid courage. It's not called liquid courage for no reason. It's because it makes you brave. Oh, to go into a crawl space. Nope. Not a bit of me. I wouldn't do it, even with liquid courage. It says, inside the ceiling. It's a really short one, by the way. A friend of mine brought a house from some old dude that was rumoured to have been quite the orgy house for many years. He was removing a drop ceiling and a pile of old condoms fell out. Old as in at least 20 years old. That was a story I was happy not knowing. I can't imagine. How many condoms? Pile. It just says a pile that were like 20 years old. Why would they keep them in the ceiling? What? Is there not better places? Let's move on to the next one. This says random toy in the wall. A while ago, my parents and I were demolishing the drywall in our house. When we smashed a wall in the living room, an action figure fell out from inside it. It was an action figure of the Batman villain, the Riddler. There were so many questions. We had just moved in, and the previous owners didn't seem like the kind to put toys in their walls. It was too perplexing to think about, so we just ended up putting it in a random box somewhere. Maybe the kids somehow figured out a way to put it in the wall. Like, I don't know, I don't think it's too creepy, it's just a toy. I think it would be kind of cool if it was an old vintagey toy, and that would be really, really cool. I don't know if I personally would be creeped out by this. I think I would just assume that somehow the kid got it in the wall. I don't know, should I be more worried about it? Oh guys, my nose piercing is so annoying. It literally keeps moving. Having a fresh nose piercing and a cold is just not the one. Okay, the last story that I'm going to do is called A Strange Spoon. One Saturday I woke up and went to use the bathroom. I was sitting there and looked over and saw a spoon on the sink. I picked it up and looked at it. It looked like someone had held it on its side with a lighter and used it. There was still fresh carbon on both sides of it. The only thing I can figure is I was sleepwalking the night before and went into the kitchen and got the spoon, and went into the living room and got a lighter and went into the bathroom to burn a spoon. Also, no, I am not a heroin addict, never done it, nor has anyone I know done it. Needless to say, it is still a bit of a mystery since I can't prove I did it in my sleep. I live in a decent part of town and there really isn't any way someone broke in unless they locked the doors when they left. Funny thing is, I asked my girlfriend if she did it and she said no. The thing is, the way the spoon was burned was different than addicts would do it. It was burned like someone had held it on its side, so there was carbon on both the front and back of the spoon. Strange stuff. See, I feel like he could say that. They could say, oh, there's no way anybody could have got in, blah blah. But I've seen videos of people where strange people live in their attics and they climb in and out of the roof to get into people's houses. Not to scare people, but I'm sure you've seen the videos as well where people live in people's attics and they climb down to steal food and stuff at night time. There could be an addict living in your house and they burnt the spoon and accidentally left it down there. Don't know why they would go downstairs to use it though. Surely they would use it wherever they're hiding, but you never know. I just think the person should be a little bit more freaked out than they are. They seem a little bit too relaxed and I couldn't be that relaxed. Anyway, I'm going to end today's video here. I hope you all liked it. If you did, please remember to smash a massive thumbs up and remember to subscribe. And until next time, I will see you all soon. Peace.